All right, a very good morning to you out there. This is 32 FM 94.9. We're filling the world with laughter. It's the morning of the 28th of February 2023, and this is the Break of Dawn paper review. My name is Kenny Durotsilu.
Good morning, Kenny. My name is GBOLABO, famous school.
Good morning, GBOLABO. We start off with the headlines out of the newspapers this morning. I have been the Punch newspaper, the Daily Post, and the Nation newspaper. Starting off with the Punch newspaper this morning. You find this one as it pertains to elections results. Atiku wins Sokoto, defeats Tinubu. Others. Commonwealth observers say election largely peaceful. Elsewhere, Atiku wins Kaduna with 554,360 votes. Presidential poll, INEC continues results collation despite protests. Elsewhere from the Punch newspaper. On the Metro Plus pages, NSCDC arrests 19 suspects for stealing bags of rice. Hoodlum set party secretariat ablaze. Killed 2. Policeman assaults choir doctor for examining wife without consent. Some of the stories out of the Metro Plus of the Punch newspaper. Business side of things, currency in circulation drops to 1.38 trillion naira. CBN. Energy costs, pollution affecting growth in Nigeria. Others. That's a report from the Punch newspaper. Take a couple more. Earthquake in Lagos. Obi trounces Jagaban. Others. APGA candidate wins a number rep seat. And lastly, APC has noted its lapses in Lagos poll. PCC director.
Now to the Daily Independent newspaper this morning. On the front page of the paper, there are quite a number of headlines there. And of course, above the main plate, it says PDP LP orders demand display of uploaded result from polling units. And the writer is saying we cannot allow endorsement of fraud, says Dino Melaye. Sanwo-Olu urges calm as Igbo traders are attacked after APC defeat. And more of it said losing Lagos in an election does not call for violence, says Tinubu. And of course, a big story here on the front page of the Daily Independent newspaper. And it says presidential election, 10 parties walk out of coalition center, urge poll cancellation. And let's look at some of the writers. Say INEC compromised. APC SDP accord orders remain. Stop announcement of manipulated results. PDP tells INEC. Alleges electoral umpire violated provisions of Electoral Act. PDP LP shopping for court order to stop results collation. That's what the APC is saying. International observers blame INEC for election challenges. And all of these stories, you can get them on page 29 of the paper this morning. Still on the front page of the Daily Independent, we have Don't Blame Us If Nigerians Storm the Streets. LP wants INEC security agents. And that's on page 7. Shock greets presidential National Assembly election results. Still on page 7. U.S. government extends tourist visa validity for Nigerians to 5 years. And of course, you can get details on page 6 of the paper this morning. Appeal Court Judge slumps dies. Also on page 7. And 2 more. This says Obasanjo questions credibility of Saturday's election. And it comes with some writer says INEC officials corrupted, process manipulated, raises the alarm over build-up of tension in the country. And of course, at the bottom strip of the paper, it says Ilorin doctors declare 2-day strike as policeman assaults colleague. And of course, moving on very quickly, let's look at other headlines here, making the headlines in some of the papers this morning. Let's quickly look at the New Telegraph. The New Telegraph also has a number of headlines, and this says piracy. Nigeria ends $793.7 million insurance payment of Lloyd's of London. And let's look at these. This is also above the main plate on the front page of the New Telegraph newspaper this morning. And this says 2023 $100 oil price projection resources or reinforces federal government hope in budget benchmark. And that story is on page 26 this morning. And of course, we have other pockets of headlines there. And this is Obasanjo writes Buhari faults presidential NAS poll. And that story appears to be on page 5 of the paper this morning. U.S. extends tourist visa validity to 5 years for Nigerians. And more of the headline says Kalu retains Abia North senatorial seat. And we have the writer saying police to candidates caution supporters against inciting comments. And that's on pages 3 and 5 of the paper. Polls. And this is also saying sanction perpetrators of electoral breaches. EU observers tell international community. And that's on page 4 this morning. And the lead story here says upset as big wigs lose strongholds. And it has a couple of rider. Obi stuns Tinubu in Lagos, grabs Enugu Nasarawa. Ex-Lagos State Governor snatches Oyo from PDP, sweeps Ogun, Ondo, Ekiti, Kwara, Jigawa. And we have Atiku secures Castina, Adamawa, Yobe, Oshun, Gombe, Lalong, Ungwany, Otom, Ayadi, Amakura, Odua, Onyeji Ocha, Elumelu, Agbola, or others cash out of NAS race. And of course, I'll take this as a last rider here. Shomole displaces what is this all about? Mekana in Senate. And it also says Okada rider Forrest Guan is returned to Kaduna Assembly. You can get details of the stories on pages 228 and 29 of the New Telegraph newspaper. One more headline here says assault. Kwara resident doctors embark on 48-hour strike. And of course, that story is on page 8 this morning.
All right, over to the Daily Post to take some headlines before we go on a commercial. Tinubu campaign demands arrest of PDP's Dino Malai, Dele Momodu, Pastor, and Nenche. Tiku floors Tinubu will be in Akwa Ibom presidential election. Youth storm ICC, say poll. Disgraceful. Elsewhere from the Daily Post election results, Benue Governor Autumn reveals next line of action after losing senatorial bid. INEC declares Kwakwinto winner of presidential election in Kano. And lastly, from the Daily Post, my victory, affirmation of people's confidence in APC, ex-Oyo SSG. Ali. We'll take some messages, and when we come back, we'll be taking the analysis and taking your reactions as well. Just stay with us.
Stay tuned to 32 FM 94.9.
Jara it's given. You can get 2 months for the price of one. Oh, whoa, it's given. It's given Real Housewife and Flossom Marathon with that bling bling and shakara.
Money is never in short supply.
It's given Big Brother Titanships, passports, and binge watching vibes. It's given what's supposed to be given and overdose. Oh yeah, subscribe now to get 2 months from 1,200 Naira for a limited time only on Showmax. It's given Showmax. Sign up at showmax.com.
wá gba ògo tuntun tọ́sẹ̀ méjìlá ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ló nílò láti yin Olúwa lórílẹ̀ No More War Challenge Ìbàdàn.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni o Ọlọ́run ló pa aláṣẹ fún bàbá àdúrà AK-47 láti ṣílẹ̀kùn ọdún tuntun pẹ̀lú kọ́kọ́rọ́ agbára tó wà nínú èyí. tọ́sẹ̀ méjìlá la fi máa ṣe é. ó máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti January 12 títí wọnú oṣù kẹta March 30 ọdún yìí. láàárọ̀ kùtùkùtù ní gbogbo Thursdays méjèèjìlá lórílẹ̀ No More War tó wà ní challenge ìlú Ìbàdàn. lára àwọn olórin ẹ̀mí tí ó máa wà ń bẹ̀ ni Mama Bọ́lá rẹ̀ Ìlàjà Kìtúndé Ọlọ́run ò sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Bàbá Ojú Adé Ọlọ́mọ Abúlé Adùkẹ́ Gold Bísí Aláwìyé Àlùkò àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Ògo tuntun ní Glory la kò rí ẹ̀. gbogbo ogun tó ti gbàdúrà sí tí ó ṣe ẹ̀yìn ló máa gbẹ́ mi. ẹ fi yáyà máa bọ̀ lórí ilẹ̀ No More War tó wà challenge Ìbàdàn kájọ yin Olúwa. tẹ́ bá bọ̀ láti ìwọ́rọ̀ olùtẹ́ ẹ̀dẹ́mọ̀lẹ́tẹ́ ní kọjá bridge after center school ẹ̀ ti rí wa ń bẹ̀. ó dẹ̀ jẹ́ challenge ilẹ̀ yìí ti ń bọ̀. ó dojúkọ ìkọjá Genesis díẹ̀ ni o. ẹ pè 08066581455.
It's time to enjoy fast and reliable internet connection for less.
It's time to go big in the INT'L Home Broadband All-Time Mega Offer.
It's time to take advantage in the INT'L Home Broadband All-Time Mega Offer. Get a MiFi with up to 125 gigabyte bonus data for just 5,000 Naira, or a router with up to 240 gigabyte bonus data for just 10,000 Naira. Visit any INT'L shop or www.airtel.com.ng/HBB now.
INT'L, the smartphone network.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
right, you're welcome back. It's still on to 32 FM 94.9 this morning. And of course, my name is GBOLABO, famous school.
And I'm Kenny Durotilu. We have Austin in the house with us this morning. Good morning, Austin.
Good morning, Kenny. And good morning, GBOLABO.
Good morning.
Okay.
All right, Austin, I guess we'll have to take it from the collation center this morning. There have been quite a number of issues and dramatic turnout at that particular collation center in the last 24 hours, so to say. And of course, we saw some sort of staging a walkout for some of these agents, especially that of the People's Democratic Party. Now, would we say that this process, in a way, has been compromised, just the way Obasanjo is also raising an alarm for President Muhammadu Buhari to ensure that there are rescheduled elections at troubled areas? What do we make out of some of this latest development?
Well, if you look at the processes of the election, I don't want to conclude yet by saying that the process have been compromised. There have been a lot of issues as far as the entire process is concerned. It is also wrong for the former president to call on the president to interfere in the process. Let it get to a level INEC at the end of the day could take decision. I think the major problem INEC is having is the inability to transmit result directly, uploading the one they call uploading the figures, uploading the results on the IREF portal.
Directly.
Yes, that's the major challenge that we have. Not as if that has not been done at all, but not substantial enough. That is why some of these party agents, they are complaining. Out of about over 176,000 polling units, I think it's still less than 60,000 that has been uploaded so far. And INEC talked about technical issues. In my view, I think the time is almost running out. Between Saturday and even yesterday, about 2 or 3 good days should be enough to fix whatever the problem are. We all are familiar with network and transmission challenges in Nigeria. Let's take the banking sector, for example. We have had people who will make transfer, and at the end of the day, they have to complain. Their inability to get accurate figure. Some people will tell you that the balance in my online application is different from the balance in my normal bank account. So at times you get debited, you won't get the value. At times you get credited and you won't get immediate value. We are aware with all of this. And I think the agitation is also coming so strongly at a time INEC promised that this will be done. You understand? So not doing it, that is why I said I don't want to conclude that the process has been compromised. Not uploading results directly is giving room for speculation.
Right.
You understand? That probably the process could be compromised. That is what those political parties, they are arguing. That even if you upload result and at the end of the day it tallies with what was gotten at the voting center, of course they have no choice than to just agree that that's the result. But now not being able to upload directly, and that is taking a longer time, it gives room for speculation. So INEC shouldn't have allowed this to happen, or if it had happened, they shouldn't have allowed it to linger. Don't also forget too, INEC could probably be working with one network provider or the other, but the buck stop on the table of INEC. You understand? They are to transmit. I don't think by way things are done in Nigeria, they are the one to provide the services. Perhaps they also have a firm who should do that for them. But so far, I think that is the major area. Staging a walkout, calling for cancellation, that may not actually be the solution. A lot of people are also casting aspersion on what the former president wrote. A lot of theories, what have you. Some people felt that, he supervised the worst form of election in the history of the country, while calling for cancellation, more so that he has a candidate in the election. Some people also believe that if it were to be Obasanjo candidate that is leading, will he call for cancellation or what have you. But from the Obasanjo's message, I also want us to bring out this. He is calling for a redo of areas that are in contention. I don't know whether you are getting that.
No.
If there are specific areas that are having major challenge, we should reduce them. Like that of Ekiti, the PDP contested the result in Ekiti. I think a lot of people have not been able to recover from the margin in that Ekiti figure. You understand? There is a wide margin, and a lot of people are saying, how can this be, and what have you? And the speculation that the election was even done on the 20th, not even on the 25th. INEC has been able to provide clarification as far as that is concerned. And they also talked about the issue of overvoting, which INEC defined. Overvoting is not when you feel that one party got more vote than the other party. No. By the Electoral Act and INEC guideline, overvoting simply means total number of vote cast becoming more than no total number of accreditation that has been done. So all of this, if you put them on the table, like I said earlier, INEC should have tidied up more better than what we are currently having. But let me also conclude by reminding Nigeria that this is the first time this BVAS machine will be deployed for a national election. So you can't overrule some of these setbacks, some of these challenges here and there. But I don't think it is still enough or early enough to conclude that the whole process is fraud, because we have seen results from state, we have seen results from across the country. So there are a lot of dynamics into this particular election. But I feel that INEC could have done better, and because of the days interval, whatever technical challenges, of course, they can be fixed. And INEC chairman, according to them, according to the Electoral Act, has the right to call for a review. Right. It is within the powers of the INEC chairman. But do you know what? The law also says that for INEC chairman to call for a review, there must be valid proof of evidence. Because some of these people that were talking yesterday, they never gave specific evidence.
So what is the implication of them walking out, staging the walkout? What will happen?
This is not the first time party agents will be walking out. I just like the way I view it, a lot of people are also seeing a rerun of the Orubebe saga. You understand? You don't have to, because you are hungry and you start casting aspersion and raining verbal insult, verbal attack on the
said he had the 2015 Orubebe moment.
You understand? Trying to cast aspersion and directly insult, verbally insult the INEC chairman.
Yeah.
You understand? It shouldn't get to that level. Of course, there are provisions of the law. If you are aggrieved, you go to the court, you file your petition. What INEC is also standing on is that agents sign all of these documents from state level. That is National Collation Center. You understand? Irrespective of whatever.
He was talking about the legal side of things now, that you have what is being, given at the collation center has not been, confirmed or matched with what's on the website. What's the legal, is there any legal technicality?
The legal implication of that is that at the end of the day, when results are declared, there is a room for petition, which is for the tribunal. Then all of this can be reworked. But some of these variants yesterday, there were no valid and physical proof of evidence. You understand? Your agent can feed you back. Some of us that monitor social media, we can see how results have changed. As far back as Sunday, when the processes have not even been concluded, we saw results, we saw party, we saw people saying Lagos 60%, Bono something percent, Kinekon something percent. And yesterday we saw that the reverse is the case. That somebody feed you from the feed agent or what have you, does not mean that will be the correct and natural position. In this election, AP have their result, APC have their result, PDP have their result, different from the authentic result. You understand? So there are a lot of things, and if you have grievance, I feel that there are proper and better way of channeling your grievance. You understand? I don't also feel that the whole process should stop because you have issue or what have you. Provide your evidence. If you have your evidence, the next chairman can decide to call for a review. You understand? That they have not been able to transmit result fully is a problem for everybody. And I think at the end of the day, if you rework all of this, every political party will have to pay for it. That's just the truth. You understand? It is not as if it's primarily designed to favor a particular political party. because even most dominant political party, the two dominant political party, have suffered casualty as far as the result declaration is concerned so far. I don't know whether you understand the point I'm making. So I think we should tread softly. That's just the truth. It is not automatic, and I don't also believe that every Nigerian expected that the Beavers machine or the process will be 100% perfect.
All right, Austin, let me take you back to the Obasanjo letter. Again, some people have said that is hypocrisy. Like you said, he sort of it was under his administration. We had something similar. What do you make of thoughts like that?
Not even something similar, something even worse of, very worse than what it is. It was during those times that we have the do or die election. Of course, we are not supposed to remain at that spot. That is why the system keep evolving. There have been a lot of reform to the electoral process. The process should be better now. The Beavers machine has really worked. That's the truth of the matter. I think the only area that INEC is having challenges that people are not comfortable with is the inability of the Beavers machine to upload results directly as being provided by the Electoral Act and as also promised by INEC itself. You understand? Whatever challenges, whatever technical setback they may have as far as that is concerned, it is almost a long time already to have been able to fix that. I don't know whether you are getting the point. So coming back to the issue of Obasanjo, a lot of people will see Obasanjo as being hypocritical as far as this issue is concerned. Apart from what he did while he was in office, as far as elections were concerned in those days, he also has interest in this particular election. It is not only Obasanjo that has spoken. A lot of people have also spoken as far as to that effect. You understand? But a lot of people are feeling that, Obasanjo endorsed a candidate in this election. He spoke bad about some other candidate. Now, maybe his candidate is not the one leading by a majority vote. He want the whole process truncated. The concocted story of interim national government. Somebody said they want to form a an interim government where a retired military general, a former military general, will be the head. All of these are speculation. They are school of thought. They may not be true. Of course, if you also do proper investigation, anything can happen as far as Nigeria is concerned. But like I said, let INEC run this process. At the end of the day, even as this process is going, there have been areas where elections have been cancelled, where elections have been suspended. Right. We have had a couple of inconclusive in some session. You understand? So if INEC run the process, and at the end of the day, we believe that something is wrong somewhere, let INEC be able to fix it. But I don't still totally agree that it is quite enough. The challenges we have is enough to truncate, to warrant outright cancellation or truncate the entire process. I told you earlier, I said the content of Obasanjo's message, he also alluded to the fact that if there are areas that needed to be reprocessed, you understand, if there are areas that we need to right the wrong or rework, we should do them. So let us exploit every option. I don't think this is the actual time to actually truncate this democracy or cause unnecessary crisis.
All right, let's look at the National Assembly now, Austin. Now we're having new faces coming from Oyo and also from Ogun. We have the likes of Sharafuddin Ali, that's from Oyo, and of course Eunice Akintunde. And this going to mix up with Alawa Kala's son. Then from Ogun State we have Binga Daniels, we have Isiaka. Now, what kind of National Assembly are we looking at here with these new faces coming on board?
Yes, we are. It has that has always been the building trend. We have how do I put it? A situation where not too many people who are members of the National Assembly get re-elected. So rate of turnover in the National Assembly is high. And if you also look at that, this individual, some of them do not even have legislative experience. No. Yes, before now. But in terms of politics, some of them have been well grounded, especially in their respective state, serving in one capacity or the other. It's going to be a mixed National Assembly entirely, where you have new faces. I think some ranking senators too have also been voted out. If you look at it across the country, We also have situation where governors who like to retire to the National Assembly have also lost some of their bid to actually go back to the National Assembly. Particularly, it could be robust, but we are most likely going to have a situation where whoever that will emerge or those that will emerge as principal officers of the National Assembly might not be too high-ranking National Assembly member. We have some who have been in the process for over 20 years.
But should we have governors going back, ex-governors going back to the National Assembly? Does it make sense?
My personal opinion, it does not make sense. But we don't have a law to that effect. But we also thank God for technology. 2015, we saw some governors lost. The incumbent governor of Oyo State at that time lost. Dankwabo also lost. I think I know of these two in 2019, 2015 too. Some people lost. This particular election too, we have also seen some people lost. It is not just enough to say that or to believe that it is not fair for them to retire to the National Assembly. We can also decide that through the ballot process. You understand? It is not automated. It is not compulsory that they have to leave and go. At the time I did analysis in this studio on some state, Abia State for example, they have two of their former governors who are members of the National Assembly. Now, if you have the third governor who is from another senatorial district, we might likely have a situation where from a particular state, those who represent them at the Senate, the three senatorial candidates in that state or the three senators from that state will be former governors of the state. So where is the place for others in that particular polity? So that is it. We can actually stop this process by ensuring that we communicate that through our vote. But like I said earlier, the National Assembly, of course, we are going to have new more members. Some people who are there now are principal officers will lose their principalship when they get there. People like Femi Gbadabe Amila, he will become a floor member when he gets back to the National Assembly, most likely. And Lawan too, most likely, he will become, of course, not most likely, Lawan will become a floor member. Because if the president is coming from the south, most likely, of course, the Senate president comes from the half of the country that the president comes from. So that is the way it works. And the Speaker of the House of Representatives comes from the half of the country where the Vice President comes from. So a lot of dynamics in the new dispensation at the end of the day.
All right, we'll take some commercials and we'll be back in a moment. Stay with us.
Stay tuned to 32 FM 94.9.
Showmax and Jara Air, it's given. You can get 2 months for the price of one. Oh, whoa, it's given. It's given Real Housewife and Flossom Marathon with that bling bling and shakara.
Money is never in short supply.
It's given Big Brother Titanships, Baskos, and binge watching vibes. It's given what's supposed to be given and overdose. Oh yeah, subscribe now to get 2 months from 1,200 naira for a limited time only on Showmax. It's given Showmax. Sign up at showmax.com.
Our friend Oliver is what you call a man with a huge appetite. Gigantic, actually. And if there's one phrase we have come to know Oliver for, it is this.
More data, please.
No matter what we offer him.
More data, please.
So, guess what we did? We heard Glow created new data plans for people like Oliver, and we got him exactly that. And guess what Oliver said?
Excuse me, please, is this all for me? Only me?
Now, Oliver certainly has more than enough data. All thanks to the Glow Mega Data Plans.
With the longer validity you get on Glow Mega Data Plans, you can work from home with ease, run your business better, download non-stop, stream music and movies endlessly, learn online, and share data with anyone. No worries. Get 225 gigabytes at 30,000 naira for 30 days, 425 gigabytes at 50,000 naira for 90 days, and 1 terabyte at 100,000 naira for a year. Dial star 777 hash now to start enjoying these mega plans.
Glow Unlimited.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
Welcome back to Breaking Down Papers Review here on 32 FM 94.9. We'll open the phone lines now also take your comments. The numbers are 070 55 003000949. That's 070-550-949 or 080-979-949.
Hello, good morning. Okay, you can try and call back 070-550-949, 080-97,949. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Ade from Apata area.
Okay.
So, thank you, Mr. Austin, for analysis today. I have some concerns on the whole process. Since the Electoral Act and the INEC guidelines is what is like the Bible or the Quran, pardon me to say, for this election, things we are going to use to guide our steps in this election. So if there's going to be any form of deviation from it, if there's technical issues, just like you mentioned, and we are going to reverse to other means of transmitting for now, should there not be a forum where all party members or the stakeholders will agree that, okay, if there is this, we need to move with this so that everybody is on board? It's not as if it's an option that is largely taken by INEC at the respect of other parties. Just like you mentioned, when there is delay, it calls for speculation. So the speculations are going to be getting enormous with more delays. So just like you mentioned, 40% still uploaded as of now is not too good. So I just feel there should be a forum where these things are called out by INEC. Okay, we have technical details, we have technical issues. This is how to move on. Do we all agree to move on like this? That everybody agrees and we are on board and we move forward. That's my contribution.
All right, thank you very much. Austin, you want to react to that? Talking about line of communication, INEC, do you think they could have done better?
Yes, I believe that INEC could have done better, but INEC actually addressed the issue.
Okay.
If you watch the live collation, National Collation Center, you discover that the same issue, the parties continue to raise the same issue
over and over,
dragging the whole process, creating a lacuna that could make the declaration of result linger till even 1 month. If you watch the live session yesterday, INEC addressed the issue on their own. It was INEC that told us that they are having technical issue. We all agree that INEC should have done better as far as the transmission of results is concerned. But on the beavers, I think it has really worked to a large extent.
Okay. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
So I'm Sheriff calling from Manara.
Okay.
Thanks to analysts in the studio. I think, like what one of the last callers said, if there is delay, so too much of people, they will speculate what really happened. But INEC is supposed to do the right thing. Because what INEC promised Nigerians, that the excess of beavers, I think, if you make a seamless transmission of election results electronically, but we, the electorate, even we Nigerians, we are able to view their results on their portal. But at the end of the day, they don't keep to that promise. That is the major problem. Because what they happen in Osun, before the announcement of the result, you already know the winner. But they're supposed to replicate that action for this general election, to transmit all those results in their portal for Nigerians to be able to see it by themselves. That's my own take on that aspect. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. 070-55,949, 080-97,949. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
This is Governor John from California.
All right.
Bishop, the device. I thought that the INEC told Nigerians that there is no need of network in uploading result or accreditation. Why is it now that they are telling us there is network failure when they have mentioned that there is no need of network? That is one. Two, now coming to the senators elect or the House of Representatives member, we now see that in Nigeria we are changing gradually. Now look at where a sitting senator from one party or from the opposition party, a party that does not have structure, have to defeat them. We are getting it just gradually.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right, quickly to Facebook now. We have this from Ogumola Oluwaseun. James says, Baba Obasanjo conduct worst election in Nigeria. Now he's writing a letter. Okay, let's also take this from Olayinka. Adetola says, the initial appearance of the INEC's preparedness towards general election recently conducted seems to be great, but it is unfortunate that the INEC logistics as regards to general election is really disappointing. All right, I guess we have more calls here.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, this is Miriam. I'm calling from Odejai. In a few days' time, Oyo State will hold its gubernatorial election. And I hope INEC will perform up to the task this time around and deviate from any deceitful acts, because we solely depend on them. And also, I will employ eligible voters to come out en masse to cast their votes, just to maintain and sustain the tremendous achievements we are enjoying under the current administration of your state. That's my take. Good morning.
All right, thank you very much. 07055,949 08097,949. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Genga Mario from Apata.
Okay.
Now, I want to appeal to Mr. Dilo Melaye to please take it easy on INEC. And the way he was talking to the man yesterday is somehow not that too good. It should not constitute a nuisance. I'm sorry for using that word. Then secondly, I want to appeal to all Nigerians to please allow the INEC to please do their work diligently, because Beaver is a machine. It's a systemic machine. Look at our Android phone that we always use. At times, if you are operating your Android phone, at times it might hang. You might want to download a particular app. The thing might cease from coming up. So I want to please appeal to all. Let's allow this INEC to do their work very well. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Hello, good morning. Okay, 07055,949 08097,949. Good morning.
Good morning, Kenny.
Yeah.
Good morning, Austin. Good morning. I actually think the INEC chairman actually allowed this to degenerate. I actually would have loved him when Dino displayed his antics. He would have at least earlier, when this issue came up, like the first caller said. The earlier before this, he was always calling when there were issues and this. But in this case, asking them to make a report and you talk about it after the election, it will leave a lot of problems. Even me, myself, I might not readily agree with such. So I think what he would have used was he would have used a way to calm the nerves and allow all these things. And it's leaving room for suspicion now. You talked about, you told us they will load it from the polling unit. Today we are not seeing. I can tell you, like me, anything they load now will leave a lot of room for questioning. Suspicion will come in because I believe anything can happen now. But if it had been done from the polling unit, I think this would have been solved. Good morning.
All right, thank you very much for that one. More messages on Facebook.
All right, let's take this from Annie Fowoshe. Victor says, good morning to you all in the studio. Austin, I love your analysis. My own observation is that if INEC kept to their promise of uploading the result after the results are counted at the polling unit, all their complaints won't be surfacing. Okedinwa Babatine is saying the beauty of democracy is at work. Having new faces is an indication from the wishes of the people. The people has made their choices in one way or the other, from what levels to election proper. So democracy is at work.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, 07055,949. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you. This is Sola from the world.
All right.
You said we have about 176,000 units, and what we got is about 60,000. What is that percentage? Is that a good percentage? The INEC were voted big budget. Just 2 days election, and we have 200 billion budget. And what we have is the result. Nobody could go to your work place on Saturday. We wasted a lot of time. And what do we now? That's how they said they do it in 2019. They said that they have a whole INEC would not have staffer or porter to upload the result. The ordinary nursery and primary school will get porter. What are we saying? What are we saying?
All right. Hello, good morning. Okay. 08097,949. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Please go ahead.
Hello, good morning.
Okay, I'm sure there's something wrong there. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Please turn down the volume on your radio. I'll switch it off altogether.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Your name?
This is John Olariwaju from Magbo.
All right.
To me, I think INEC, we can say they are trying to some extent, but they're supposed to stick on their promise. They have conducted some elections before now, some state elections. The last one was Osun State. And we saw what the Sava did and what the Beavers also did. They have already uploaded the result of Osun State, and people have already know the winner. Even after the election, they discover some malpractices through the Beavers. So this is exactly what we give them kudos on the Beavers. But what about the Sava, the promised Nigerians? I think we need to go beyond all this level that we promise Nigeria this. At the end of the day, you are not going to fulfill it anymore. And you will now come later giving us excuses that these are the reason why you cannot further.
Okay. Thank you very much. We have to go now. Austin, your parting words.
Yes, I think,
any thoughts you'd like to
the
drop
gap
before?
is much, but it is not also very comfortable to compare Osun election with the general election or any isolated election. Somebody also talked about you don't need network. You don't need network for the Beavers to work, but you need network to transmit that result from Beavers to the RF portal.
Okay.
God bless Nigeria.
All right. That's where we called it a wrap on the Break It Down pay-per-view for today. My name is Kenny Dorochilu.
And I'm GBOLABO, Famous School. Bye for now.